US had a similar settlement recently in which the 3M was forced to pay up 12.5 billion US, which is 19 billion Australian dollars, in an effort to try and remove all of these chemicals and remediate the land.
And from 12,000 waterways.
Yeah, because
when you think of the extent.
Well, once it gets into the soil, it leaches down into the water table.
Oh, but also like the cattle drinking from those waters. Again, great movie, Dark Waters on Netflix, talks about this exact thing. And DuPont back in the day, oh, we've made this beautiful Teflon stuff. It's wonderful. It's on your carpets. And they knowingly poisoned hundreds of thousands of the land, the water, the cattle, the people. People's teeth were turning black and falling out of their heads, and no one knew why, and they knowingly did this. And the reason why this is so important is because it's been proved that 3M, this company in the States, knowingly did this. They knew their product was toxic, as all forever chemicals are. And it's something that the government never talks about and never does anything to regulate, because there's a lot of money in forever chemicals, because it's not a handful of chemicals. It's a big family of about 15,000 chemicals. So to regulate that would be a hard task indeed, and they'd rather just poison you slowly. So these chemicals are in your GMO food, they're in your food packaging, that includes all the disposable coffee cups, they're in your system, they're in feminine hygiene products like you say, they're in everything that you cook in your non-stick pans, they're contaminating that food. They are in so many things now, it is absolutely unbelievable, given that there is a raft of research connecting these forever chemicals to suppression of the immune system, to cancer, to high cholesterol, to a raft of serious health issues. And it just beggars belief that there could be any number of people alive today or not alive today who are suffering the ramifications of these forever chemicals in one shape or form, or probably a conglomeration of shapes and forms, and they have absolutely no idea that this is affecting them on a daily basis. It's absolutely criminal. So I love it when these companies like 3M finally get some comeuppance knowingly doing this, but it takes forever. And when you think about it, justice is never really served because the suffering has already occurred.
Yeah, and in terms of justice for the Australian taxpayer who shelled out, what did you say, $400 million?
So that's so far. I'm sure
so far. By the time 3M pay their $19 billion fine in the US, there might not be anything left over.
Correct.
For Australian taxpayers. We're going to go to a break. When we come back, we'll look at what's making news.